Hi, and welcome to the superpilotish channel. My name's Graham Wilson, and I'm going to be talking to you about not the most pleasant sandwich from my basement. Okay, now before I started here, I was going to make some real catchy kind of thumbnail or something like that. So I'll just kind of make it now. So I might have mentioned this before, and everybody. Now I'm going to be keeping this very kid friendly, we'll say. So we won't say the real name of the sandwich that we actually call it in the industry, but it's the sandwich. And as usual, I don't have the whiteboard, so cardboard. But I flipped this one around too. Eh? Yeah, I remember that one. So okay, we're gonna do our little sandwich here. How can we do that? All right. This is what we do when we're debriefing students as flight instructors. I used to be a flight instructor. I used to be a pilot examiner and representing the Minister of Transport. So here we go. I know a little bit about this stuff. So let's just draw a little sandwich here, and I'm gonna just kind of jog your memory on what this type of sandwich is. For the kid friendly show, we're gonna call it the crap sandwich, but we know what the real name is. All right, isn't that a good looking sandwich? Okay, here we go. And you got to have a nice little olive in there too. So there's the olive in your sandwich. That's deluxe, right? Let's see how it tastes. It might not be that good. Okay, so part of the way that we debrief students as instructors, and I'm going to be giving a debrief to Transport Canada here. So, hey, Harold Cheeseburger's here. It does look like a cheeseburger. Ain't going to taste like it, though. Okay, so this here is the olive. The olive is where you ask the student, hey, student, how do you think that flight went? Well, I'm going to be asking that to the minister or, well, just Transport Canada in general. How do you think this went? Okay, and then you say some good stuff. And then we get to the crap in there. Yeah. And then we give some solutions down here. So this isn't too bad, but in the middle, you get the crap. So anyways, my idea here for this show is because I read an article yesterday in the National Post, and I'll put it, once I put this up on YouTube, I'll put the link to the article that I read. And it was regarding Transport Canada's backlog on processing paperwork in general, but specifically pilot medical. So when you're a pilot, you have to get a medical examination every once in a while, and has to get sent in to the government, to Transport Canada, and they take care of things. And I'm going to give you, okay, I'm going to get to the sandwich later, but let's do a little history lesson on pilot medicals, okay? Now, I wasn't the last time I was working as a chief flight instructor and pilot examiner. That was about, I think, last September or something like that. But this has been a problem that's been building up over years for Transport Canada. Now, the thing is, like when I read this article in the National Post, I was having like deja vu. I was thinking, like, didn't I just read this 5 years ago or something? I heard something about this. I think I recognized the guy's name that was that was quoted in it. But yeah, the Transport Canada has slowly, it's through cutbacks and retirements and not hiring new people. So I'm just going to kind of, I'll make a visual representation of what's been happening with the pilot medical processing. And it could be in general, any of the paperwork that you're handing in, whether it's changing a registration on an airplane. We'll say just general paperwork, okay? So here we go. Let's see. All right, we're gonna draw here. Here we are, and everything's. This is the land. We're gonna have some workers up here, and here's another worker here. And these are good Transport Canada workers working really hard, putting in their 40 hours a week. And let's put we'll get someone wearing a dress in there. There we go. So we got our workers, and they're working away at Transport Canada, and they're just kind of going along, and they got this nice little, okay, and that's all they have to deal with for their paperwork. So, and everything's kind of cruising along, and then maybe one of them retires. Now they got two, and then the ball gets a little bit bigger here. Okay, so this person retired. And then the backlog's getting a little bit bigger, but then let's just see what happens here. Okay, and it was a few years ago. I don't know exactly when, but there's something that kind of happened a few years ago that that really made this ball start to go downhill, and it got bigger. And then there was another little bit later, and it was kind of like a snowball. It just started getting bigger and bigger. And here we are, we're rolling down. So now we're down here, and we're down here. And along the way, we had another retirement, but we didn't really need that person too much, like over here, because nothing much was going on. The work was just kind of piling up. So now we're over here, and we got this is not to scale, by the way. Okay, we got this here. Say, she's still working there. I don't even know if you can see that. There we go. So that's well, sort of to scale, because the backlog used to be like this about 3 years ago, and now the backlog's like this, and we don't have as many employees dealing with it, so it built up. So there we go. That's where Transport Canada is sitting here now. So you used to have to wait about a month for your any of your paperwork. 30 days was pretty good. It was kind of rare to make it about to like 6 weeks, but now instead of 30 days, you're waiting a year or more. So what? Okay, so that's the little bit of history here. So Transport Canada, you are going to need a little crap sandwich here for this review that you guys have been doing. You've been doing. Let's just say you're not quite ready. You're getting there, but you're not quite ready for the flight test. Okay. So Transport Canada, how do you think you did over the last couple of years? Really? Oh, you thought, oh, pretty good. Yeah, you were managing things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. And all right. Yeah. Well, that's we'll be discussing a little bit more, but generally, I think you're pretty much on track. You pretty much know how you've been doing at Transport Canada, but I'll debrief you on a few other little things. Okay, here's this part. Okay, well, Transport Canada, what we've been doing so far is pretty good. We were keeping the airplanes during some pretty trying circumstances. We were keeping the airplanes safe generally. We were processing paperwork to the best of our ability, and because the last last little while has been a little bit different than we've been trained for, we did a pretty good job at adapting, all things considered. Now, here comes the crap. Okay, Transport Canada, what the heck is this? What do you think that is? Oh, that's a big pileup of backlog of paperwork. Okay, now so that's one thing that needs a little bit of improvement. Okay, like I said before, everything was most things are getting covered, and I understand too that the times have been a little bit troubling. Let's just say the weather wasn't all that great for the last couple of years, and we did lose some staff along the way. So that's understandable. But the bottom line is, unfortunately, the aim is not being met for timely processing of paperwork. So in order to get that flight test passed, we have to meet our aims, right? Okay, so here's a few suggestions, Transport Canada. So something we can do to get ready for the big day. So okay, there we go. There's the good part of the sandwich. Or cheeseburger. Yeah, so there's your good stuff. So suggestions for improvement here. Okay, so what we could do is now things are different, and there's no way that if we keep doing what we're doing that we'll ever be able to process this paperwork. It's just going to stay a year behind no matter what we do. So there's a few things that I could make suggestions for you, being an aviation professional. Okay, now before we had some of these extra workers, okay, we are going to need more workers no matter what. Yeah, and who knows how many we'll need We'll probably need a little bit more to get the backlog down to a handleable. Maybe we could get some contractors in there to work on it to eliminate the size of the backlog. And once it's back to a normal size of managing the paperwork, we can end the contracts of the contractors, and we all go back to normal. Okay, so it's going to take some manpower. Now, manpower, unfortunately, that's going to cost you a little bit of money. Hey, what in aviation doesn't involve money, right? So, you're going to need a little bit of that. And one of the things that the reason that this backlog developed was because we are very reliant on paper, actual physical paper, which is a system that was used, for years and years. From the you stick your forms and everything like that, medical forms, testing forms, registration forms. You stick it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, give it to Canada Post, and away you go. Wait a month. So yeah, and in today's economy, and if we weren't so reliant on paper when we had our little bit of a trouble here, then we probably could, if the system could have handled it being paperless, we probably could have kept it at a manageable level. Okay, we know that now, and so we're going to need a little bit more computer power, maybe. Okay, I don't know how to. There's a cord there. I don't know. Does that look like a computer? Maybe we got a screen. We got a cord. Okay, we're gonna have to make it paperless. Okay, pretty much scan it. I mean, we got the technology for that now, and it's not that expensive. And people have things on their phones, and you even make it maybe phone friendly. All right. Coming soon, the superpilotish 10 phone. And there we go. There's a little one button. That's all you need. And yeah, you could do that. And then, so if we can change that system to make it less paper dependent, great. But it's going to take people. It's going to take money. It's going to take some software, some custom software to be to get it implemented. And my suggestion to you is the next time that we take care of this stuff is that take a look at maybe what other countries are doing. Get the Google search out there. Maybe take a visit, call up a minister somewhere else in some other country and say, hey, you got a backlog of this stuff? So see what other people are doing, and then just kind of do the R&D, rip off and duplicate. So, and then we'll get that. And what else can we do here? So, yeah, that's the suggestion. That's what we're going to need. And go call up your all your aviation neighbors, and we'll figure out a new system. And if something, we might only need one person to handle it, like this much of a backlog. And if we have anything funny that ever happens again, oh, that could never happen again. Well, we didn't think that was going to happen the first time, right? So we better be prepared for the next time. And do I want it to happen again? Not really, but who knows? Some things are out of our control. And we know that in aviation, things are out of your control and you have to adapt. So there we go. There's my my suggestions for Transport Canada. And there we go. Let's any questions, Transport Canada? Leave you can put some questions below. If Transport Canada wants to contact me, Transport Canada can contact me at superpilotish@gmail.com. Check out my website and superpilotish.com. Yeah, it doesn't have much on it anyways. But yeah, that's about it for today. A little sandwich with the finest crap in the middle for Transport Canada. And I've been out of the loop a little bit for with Transport Canada the last little while. But yeah, it's been a disaster there for years. And it's not because of the employees. They've been. I mean, you will say, okay, about 5 years ago, I heard, oh, our office used to have 12 people here, and now we have 7, and we're doing the work of 12. like, okay, that was 5 years ago. Then I heard from someone else in that office 2 years ago. Oh yeah, another person quit. So now they're down to 6. So it's like, and baby boomers are still retiring, right? So and I know there's a lot of inspectors out there that they're going to be retiring too. So uh, Transport Canada better fix the system. And now this is just kind of a final note for Transport Canada. Is that everybody there is doing the best they can. They're working their 40 hours a week, and they're not keeping up. So that means that if you can get it so that everybody's working their 40 hours a week and staying on top of things, then then that's where you want to be. But the system that's there, that's paper based right now, is unacceptable. It's proving itself that it's not as flexible as it could be, and you're gonna need some more resources thrown at that. So yeah, give this to the Minister of Transportation if he cares. I don't know. He's all busy doing his transportation minister stuff. And that's about it. I think we'll just shut her down. And yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit in the chat here. So Mona Moores asks, who could have guessed that baby boomers would one day retire? Yes. Who could have guessed that? Surely they didn't know when they were going to be retiring, right? And they're all in management. So, yeah, okay. Well, hang in there, Transport Canada employees. And thanks for showing up in the chat here today, Harold and Mona. And we're going to shut her down. Okay. And thanks for watching. Bye.